Ibrahim Traoré, soldier of the people, president of a nation born on March 14, 1988. In the small village of Kara in western Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré grew up in humble surroundings. His parents, like many in the rural Sahel, lived a modest life, rooted in Islamic tradition and the values of discipline, community, and hard work. From an early age, Traoré showed a quiet determination, more serious than most children his age, and deeply curious about the world beyond the borders of his village. After attending primary school locally, he continued his education in Bobo Dioulasso, the country's second-largest city. His academic success eventually led him to the University of Ouagadougou, where he studied geology. But it wasn't just science that caught his attention. He quickly became involved in campus politics. Traoré joined the Association Nationale d'Étudiants Burkinabé (ANEB), a student group with strong leftist and Pan-Africanist roots, inspired by the revolutionary legacy of Thomas Sankara. These early ideological experiences shaped his view of leadership, justice, and African sovereignty. In 2010, with a degree in hand and a sense of duty to his country, Traoré entered the military academy in PA, the same school where Sankara had trained decades earlier. It was there that he honed his discipline, leadership skills, and tactical thinking. Over the next decade, Traoré built a reputation as a loyal and capable officer, respected by his peers and superiors alike. His deployment with UN peacekeeping missions in Mali exposed him to the front lines of the regional war on terrorism, an experience that deeply affected his view of Burkina Faso's security crisis. By 2022, the country was spiraling. Violent extremist groups linked to Al-Qaeda and ISIS were spreading across the Sahel, and Burkina Faso's government, plagued by corruption, political infighting, and a lack of direction, seemed powerless to stop them. Morale in the military was collapsing. In January, soldiers led by Paul-Henri Damiba overthrew President Roch-Marc Christian Kabore, promising to restore order. But within months, frustration returned. The violence worsened. Communities were abandoned. Soldiers lacked equipment and purpose. In this power vacuum, Traoré emerged as a voice of action. On September 30, 2022, he led a faction of young officers in a second coup, ousting Damiba and assuming leadership of the transitional government. At just 34 years old, he became the youngest head of state in Africa, a fact that caught the world's attention almost overnight. Since taking office, Traoré has presented himself as a man of the people. He often appears in public in plain military fatigues without lavish displays of power. His speeches evoke Sankara's spirit, calling for self-reliance, anti-imperialism, and unity among African nations. He quickly moved to expel French troops from Burkina Faso and has turned toward non-Western partners, such as Russia and Turkey, for military and economic support. Alongside the leaders of Mali and Niger, he helped form the Alliance of Sahel States, a bold regional bloc committed to resisting foreign intervention and defending against terrorism. But his presidency has not been without controversy. Critics accuse him of authoritarianism, pointing to the delayed return to civilian rule, the crackdown on journalists and opposition, and increased surveillance of dissenting voices. Some see a strongman in the making, while others view him as a necessary disruptor in a broken system. Still, among many Burkinabé, especially the youth, Traoré remains a symbol of hope. In a country where more than 40% of the land is outside state control and where generations have suffered under instability, his defiant stance and nationalist message resonate deeply. If you enjoy the video, subscribe now so you don't miss out the next video. As of 2025, Captain Ibrahim Traoré remains a mystery to some and a messiah to others. Whether he will lead Burkina Faso into a new era of sovereignty and peace, or follow the footsteps of so many African leaders who rose on revolution and fell to power seduction, remains to be seen. But for now, in the heart of West Africa, the eyes of a continent are watching him closely.